When you open NavCom SurvCE, you'll be presented with two options: Continue Last Job and Select New Existing Job. In order to use local transformation, you will want to choose Select New Existing Job. Please note that in order to perform local transformation, you will first need to make sure that the project containing the points you wish to transform has been loaded onto your handheld device. If you need help with this process, please see the video that covers NavCom SurvCE, transferring IntelliCAD to SurvCE. You will be taken to the coordinate file screen, where you will need to locate the coordinate file you transferred from your PC. If you don't see the file you wish to use listed, you can select the Previous Folder button to navigate through your handheld to locate it. Two buttons to the right of the screen allow you to choose between a list view or a grid view of your files. Once you select your coordinate file to localize, you will see its name appear in the field at the bottom. Then select the green check button at the top of the screen, and SurvCE will load the file. You will then be asked to either connect to your last Bluetooth device or continue without connecting. If you need to go through the process of connecting a receiver, whether it be a base or a rover, and configuring a link device, such as an internal UHF radio, N-trip connection, or a StarFire Rover, you will want to choose Continue without connecting. If you need help with any of these processes, please see the videos that cover NavCom SurvCE configuring a reference profile, NavCom SurvCE configuring a rover profile, NavCom SurvCE RTK base and rover setup, NavCom SurvCE configuring a link device internal UHF radio, NavCom SurvCE link device StarFire Rover, or NavCom SurvCE link device N-trip data collector internet. For this example, we will choose Connect to Last Bluetooth device and connect to the last receiver and receiver profile we used, which is a StarFire Rover. After you have connected to your receiver, you will wind up back on the Job menu. On the Equipment tab, you will want to select Number 6, Localization. This will take you to a screen where you will be asked to select a method of localization, whether it be StarFire or RTK localization. For the purpose of this video, we will select StarFire localization. This will take you to the localization screen for that method. At the top of the screen are 5 tabs: System, Total Station, GPS, Points, and By Helmer. For the purpose of this overview, we will not be covering the Total Station tab. The System tab allows you to choose a projection grid and displays your datum, ellipsoid, and projection type of the selected projection. The GPS tab is where you define the localization method and the geoidal model file. The By Helmer tab is only used if you choose to localize using the Helmer method. Here the user would input the parameters needed for Helmer method localization. The Points tab is where the user can add points to create a localization. Here the user can add, delete, and edit points, turn on and off horizontal or vertical components of a point, load localization files, access the Monitor Skyplot menu, and save your control points. To localize your first point, simply place your rover on top of the point and select the Add button. This brings up the local point screen where you are asked to enter a point from the file. You can type one in, choose one from the list of points, or select one from the map screen. After you enter a point, you will see the northing, easting, and elevation of that point displayed on screen. Select the green check button and you will be on the GPS coordinate screen. Here you are asked to choose how you would like to assign GPS coordinates to the local point. If you already know the exact coordinates of the point you are on, as with a published monument, then you can select the Enter Latitude Longitude option. For this example, we will use Read GPS, which will use the GPS signal to determine the point's latitude and longitude. Once you have picked how you want to assign GPS coordinates, select the green check button. You will now be on the localization screen, where you will be asked to assign a number of samples to average together in order to find your exact coordinate. If you select Used Advanced GPS Averaging, you have the option of averaging either by a number of satellite views or a set duration of elapsed time. You are also given the options such as incrementing the number or time on valid readings, beeping on rejected readings, logging average observations, and always displaying average statistics. Below this, you will see the number of satellites being used to calculate your position, the status of your solution, and your horizontal and vertical standard deviation. At the bottom of the screen are links to take you to the Configure screen, the tolerance settings, and the GPS monitor screen. Please note that if you click on the Configure button, at the top of the screen, on the General tab, is the option to Store Fixed Only. This option will only store points which are measured using a fixed solution type. In order to localize using StarFire localization, this option must remain unchecked. Selecting the green check button at the top of the screen will begin averaging your position. Once your position is averaged, you will see a readout of your position. Select the green check button at the top of the screen, and you will now see your first point appear on the list of localized points. You will now want to walk to your second point you wish to localize to. Select the Add button, and again you will be asked to enter the point from the file you wish to localize. Once you enter the point number, select the green check button at the top of the screen. Choose your method of assigning coordinates, whether it be by reading GPS or by entering the latitude and longitude, and select the green check button. Select the green check button again to begin averaging your position. Once the position is averaged, you will see both your points appearing on the list of localized points. If you click on the View button, it will toggle between showing you the grid coordinates and the GPS coordinates. If you scroll to the right, you will see the horizontal and vertical control columns, indicating which points are being used to calculate horizontal and vertical control. Selecting one of the points and then clicking on the On-Off button allows you to turn on and off the horizontal and vertical control for that point. It is recommended that you use only one point for vertical control. Selecting the green check button will take you back to your list of localized points, where you should see the changes you made to your point's horizontal and vertical control, and an adjustment made to the horizontal and vertical remainder column. Clicking on the Save button will ask you to save your localization file. Selecting the green check button will save the file. Please note that if you try to exit localization menu without saving your localization file, NavCom SurvCE will prompt you to save it. The Monitor button will take you to the Monitor Skyplot menu. For more information on the Monitor Skyplot, please see the video that covers the Monitor Skyplot overview. If you have already created a localization file you wish to use in your current project, you can use the Load button to locate the file and use it to localize your points. If you wish to remove a point from your list of localized points, simply select it and click on the Delete button. To clear all your localized coordinates, select the Erase button at the top of the screen. And to finish localizing to your points, select the green check button. Your project is now localized to your current coordinates and you are ready to survey.